Why Massachusetts? Why run for Senator of the Commonwealth?
I achieved the American dream here in Massachusetts. I come from extreme poverty, extreme violence, single mother on welfare and food stamps, a deadbeat dad that abandoned us in a place called Highland Park, Detroit.
So you paid your way through your Catholic high school?
Yes, and then walked to school and then walked to wash dishes and after football or basketball practice and did it. Made it through college and I made it to New England School of Law, got accepted, and I signed up, enlisted in the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps chose me in 1994 to represent the Commonwealth for the Judge Advocate Law contract. Finished my third year of law school, and then after I graduated and I got admitted, I went into active duty in the Marine Corps. Went to Yuma, Arizona, where I was actually fighting the cartels because I was the chief trial counsel and I was also a special assistant United States attorney. And for the last 22 years, I've been a lawyer in Massachusetts fighting major corporations.
People who got sick.
From mesothelioma, lung cancer, from asbestos. I do embody the American dream and I think it's dying. I honestly question, could a kid in Springfield or Brockton or Roxbury or Mattapan, could they accomplish what I accomplished if they were given an opportunity and willing to work like I did? Or have they been priced out of it?
How do you make it so the next generation isn't priced out of these opportunities? So what are your plans?
So we have to give the middle class more access and poor more access to appreciable assets. When you look at who's done well in this country for the last 2 decades, there are people who own things, real estate, stocks, bonds, Bitcoin. So ways you do it is, one, you would reform the accredited investor rule. You give education on financial education to people, middle class people, to poor people. The number one cost for people is childcare costs outside of their home. You have renters paying more than 50% of their income just for rent. All right, and so I believe dollar for dollar tax credits against childcare costs.
No one else in your party seems to be down with that.
I am very much of independent voice.
But isn't there something to be said about being able to build coalitions if you have a majority to get the legislation through that you want?
But I believe in term limits, right? I believe you get 12 years to go to the Washington, D.C. and try your best to effectuate and bring change. And if you can't, then you should move over and let someone else. And the beauty about term limits is it doesn't discriminate.
Women's rights, the right to choose, body autonomy.
100%.
You're a pro-choice candidate, Republican candidate.
I am a proud pro-choice father of 3 daughters who is incapable of supporting laws that will restrict or take away the freedoms of my own children. I believe that a woman has a choice. Obviously, when you get to viability of the child, and that's what Roe did, that there should be restrictions in the later terms, unless it's fetal anomaly exists or health of the mother.
People may know you as a crypto guy, but you're not anti-crypto regulation, are you?
No, I fought for it. I've been fighting for regulations, smart, tailored regulations. Senator Warren's approach is about fighting against things and against people. That's not the same as fighting for. She wants to ban Bitcoin, like I said, but the bankers get it. Fighting against something isn't the same as fighting for.
So let's just talk about yourself a little bit more, because you do put it all out there in your book. But in your adult life, you had some struggles as well.
I did.
With opioids.
I did. Doctors came to me, I'm like the prime example, came to me and said, John, good news, your fusions on your spine look like it worked out. And here, we have this new pill called OxyContin, and it's time released, and it's not addictive. I can assure you it's addictive. But I also, in the book, I admit to a lot of mistakes I made because I didn't examine that trauma. You know, I never dealt with it.
For people that might be meeting you for the first time in this interview, what do you want them to know about you?
Father. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Nah.
I'm a proud mom too.
Well, you know, when you live the life I lived and your dad wasn't around, you know, you feel unloved and something's got to be wrong with me. You know, if people ever want to judge me, I say I made mistakes, it's in the book. if you ever want to judge me by my children.
John Deaton, thank you so much.
Thank you.